Your love and imagination are magicians, creating dimension on level. Your love and imagination are magicians.
Vibration has grasped the scepter of power, says one of the old writers. 4. The principle of polarity. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. The Kybalion. This principle embodies the truth that everything is dual. Everything has two poles. Everything has its pair of opposites, all of which were old Hermetic axioms. It explains the old paradoxes that have perplexed so many, which have been stated as follows. Thesis and antithesis are identical in nature, but different in degree. Opposites are the same, differing only in degree. The pairs of opposites may be reconciled. Extremes meet. Everything is and isn't at the same time. All truths are but half-truths. Every truth is half false. There are two sides to everything, etc., etc., etc. It explains that in everything there are two poles, or opposite aspects, and that opposites are really only the two extremes of the same thing, with many varying degrees between them. To illustrate, heat and cold, although opposites, are really the same thing, the differences consisting merely of degrees of the same thing. Look at your thermometer and see if you can discover where heat terminates and cold begins. There is no such thing as absolute heat or absolute cold. The two terms heat and cold simply indicate varying degrees of the same thing, and that same thing, which manifests as heat and cold, is merely a form, variety, and rate of vibration. So heat and cold are simply the two poles of that which we call heat, and the phenomena attendant thereupon are manifestations of the principle of polarity. The same principle manifests in the case of light and darkness, which are the same thing, the difference consisting in the varying degrees between the two poles of the phenomena. Where does darkness leave off and light begin? What is the difference between large and small, between hard and soft, between black and white, between sharp and dull, between noise and quiet, between high and low, between positive and negative? The principle of polarity explains these paradoxes, and no other principle can supersede it. The same principle operates on the mental plane. Let us take a radical and extreme example, that of love and hate, two mental states apparently totally different. Yet there are degrees of hate and degrees of love, and a middle point in which we use the terms like or dislike, which shade into each other so gradually that sometimes we are at a loss to know whether we like or dislike, or neither. And all are simply degrees of the same thing, as you will see if you will but think a moment. And more than this, and considered of more importance by the Hermetists, it is possible to change the vibrations of hate to the vibrations of love in one's own mind and in the minds of others. Many of you who read these lines have had personal experiences of the involuntary rapid transition from love to hate, and the reverse, in your own case and that of others. And you will therefore realize the possibility of this being accomplished by the use of the will, by means of the Hermetic formulas. Good and evil are but the poles of the same thing, and the Hermetist understands the art of transmuting evil into good by means of an application of the principle of polarity. In short, the art of polarization becomes a phase of mental alchemy, known and practiced by the ancient and modern Hermetic masters. An understanding of the principle will enable one to change his own polarity as well as that of others, if he will devote the time and study necessary to master the art. 5. The principle of rhythm. Everything flows in and Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is a measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. The Kybalion. This principle embodies the truth that in everything there is manifested a measured motion to and fro. Just as a man's body is but his material. Just as highest physical plane. The average mind does not generally attribute the possession of mind, soul or life to the mineral kingdom, but all occultists recognise the existence of the same. Modern science is rapidly moving forward to the point of view of the Hermetic in this respect. The molecules, atoms and corpuscles have their loves and hates, likes and dislikes, attractions and repulsions, affinities and non-affinities, etc. And some of the more daring of modern scientific minds have expressed the opinion that the desire and will, emotions and feelings of the atoms differ only in degree from those of men. We have no time or space to argue this matter here. All occultists know it to be a fact, and others are referred to some of the more recent scientific works for outside corroboration. There are the usual 7 subdivisions to this plane. The plane of elemental mind A comprises the state or condition and degree of mental and vital development of a class of entities unknown to the average man, but recognised to occultists. They are invisible to the ordinary senses of man, but nevertheless exist and play their part of the drama of the universe. Their degree of intelligence is between that of the mineral and chemical entities on the one hand, and of the divisions of the plant kingdom on the other. There are 7 subdivisions to this plane also. The plane of plant mind, in its 7 subdivisions, comprises the states or conditions of the entities comprising the kingdoms of the plant world, the vital and mental phenomena of which is fairly understood by the average intelligent person. Many new and interesting scientific works regarding the mind and life of plants have been published during the last decade. Plants have life, mind and souls, as well as have the animals, man and superman. The plane of elemental mind B, in its 7 subdivisions, comprises the states and conditions of a higher form of elemental or unseen entities, playing their part in the general work of the universe, the mind and life of which form a part of the scale between the plane of plant mind and the plane of animal mind, the entities partaking of the nature of both. The plane of animal mind, in its 7 subdivisions, comprises the states and conditions of the entities, beings, or souls, animating the animal forms of life, familiar to us all. It is not necessary to go into details regarding this kingdom or plane of life, for the animal world is as familiar to us as is our own. The plane of elemental mind C, in its 7 subdivisions, comprises those entities or beings, invisible as are all such elemental forms, which partake of the nature of both animal and human life in a degree and in certain combinations. The highest forms are semi-human in intelligence. The plane of human mind, in its 7 subdivisions, comprises those manifestations of life and mentality which are common to man in his various grades, degrees and divisions. In this connection, we wish to point out the fact that the average man of today occupies but the 4th subdivision of the plane of human mind, and only the most intelligent cross the borders of the 5th subdivision. It has taken the race millions of years to reach this stage, and it will take many more years for the race to move on to the 6th and 7th subdivision and beyond. But remember that there have been races before us which have passed through these degrees, and then on to higher planes. Our own race is the 5th, with stragglers from the 4th, which have set foot upon the path. And then there are a few advanced souls of our own race who have outstripped the masses and who have passed on to the 6th and 7th subdivision, and some few being still further on. The man of the 6th subdivision will be the Superman. He of the 7th will be the Overman.
Your love and imagination, a magician, created an image of you, beloved inside the mind, which you sure to see an aspiration made and nothing at all for the mouth. Comes the question is not through the love, but through the soft, through the fly. Next to be a subtle, tuned within the memories of you as the significance of riches and unity. In this external one of you are to try to realize the essential unity of the world with the conscious and soul for the man for the man to perceive that unity compelled together with the eternal spirit from the roots of power creates the earth, the sky, the stars for these same time it radiates inside the minds with the lights of consciousness and that move exists. Open up the continuity of the outer world. Find the senses in the storm. The stillness within time. The stillness soars to the mountain peaks and seeking its greatness to the heights and movement. Stop at the side all existing contradictions that meet to whose moves and movements for the moment. The stillness is not stillness, and where the idea of the form within and without, for the united, for the infinite becomes definite. I'm losing it, it's infinite. Maybe it's the point of time of the lost without the expression. This life is more than a cynic, and I slept, and I dreamt that life was a joy. Woke and saw that life was a service and acted upon the beholding birth. Life was given to me, and it's the yearning for it, to be giving it the life of death, for the immortality of the fame, but the living of them. There is a beauty. Modulate the isolation to harmony with the whole. The child loud, shaking the rattle of death as it runs. Life's journey endless, where is it to go? Answer it is, it's everywhere, within the place where has no in which to be preached. This is not your time. This is that butterfly that counts not to once, but moments and hasn't time enough. And this is the wealth of the change with the clock, with its parody makes its new merge and change no wealth. Let your lightning dance in the head. It's a time without the dew from the tip of the leaf. You can be sure the more for that respectfulness of the man goes down for the noise and crowd drown within his clamor of silence, and this small child therefore must die. And it's not creative, it's an idea can only find itself through the changing form. The message that came from God, not since spiritual man. How do you happiness, not getting anything but giving up himself to your love and
imagination, creating an image.
love and imagination, magicians. Creating an image. We love it to take the mind, but you sure to seek to give to the move. Aspiration made and nothing at all for the mouth. Comes the question of how you love for the soul to reply. Nasty and subtle, tuned with the remembrance of you as the significance of which is in unity. And this external one of who you are. Try to realize the essential unity of the world with the consciousness of for the man for the to receive the unity for the held together with the spirit for the power creates the earth and sky and stars with these the same time it radiates inside the minds with the lights of consciousness and movement exists. With the continuity of the outer world. Find the senses in this poem. With stillness within time. Stillness soars to the mountain peaks and seeking its greatness to the heights and movement. Stop with the side and lake and sneaking to the depths of the limits. Fish in the water is silent for the animals, so the earth is noisy. The bird of the air is singing, but the man inside of him is the silence of the sea for the noise of the earth, and this is the music of the air. There's a point of this to the violence, this is the contradictions that meet the movement for the moment. Stillness is not stillness, and where the idea of the form within and without, for the united, for the infinite becomes definite. Not losing it. It's the point of time and the lost without the expression. This life is more than a cynic, and I slept. Not knowing that life was a joy. Woke and saw the life as a service and acted upon the beholding. Life is given to me, and it's the yearning for it, to be giving it the life of death, for the immortality of the fame, and the living of them. There is the mercy of beauty. Modulate the isolation to the harmony with the whole. The child loud, shaking the rattle of death as it runs. Life's journey endless, where is it to go? Answer is, it's everywhere, within the place where has no limits to reach. This is not your time. This is that butterfly that counts not to months, but moments and hasn't time enough. This is the wealth of the change with the clock, with its parody makes its new merge and change no wealth. Let your lightly dance in the head. It's a time without the dew from the tip of the leaf. You be sure the more for that expectancy of the man goes down for the noise and crowd drown within his cloud of silence, and this small child therefore must die. And it's the creative, it's an idea can only find itself in the changing form. The message that came from God, not discouraging the man for this hiding and happiness is not getting anything, but giving up himself for credit. Ideas are large to the land of his country. It's humanity of God, the existence, the beauty within all of us that we behold the idea of perfect harmony, which is a universal thing, truth for the comprehension of the mind. The all being is a simple reality seen for the eyes of the love, for the plucking of the petals, and not to gather the beauty of the flower, the youth, the bird, the song, the moon, the sure to be secret and intimate. And moment is an aspiration made of nothing at all for the mouth. Comes the question, is not you the loved one, for the one to softly reply. Next to be a subtle tune within the remembrance of you as the significance of which is in unity. And this external wonder for you are to try to realize the essential unity of the world with the conscience of the soul, for the man, for the learner to receive the unity, for the held together, for the eternal spirit, for the most powers creates the earth, the sky, the stars. For these, the same time irradiates inside the minds with the lights of consciousness. And I move with this, unbroken with the continuity of the outer world. Find the senses in this poem, or the stillness within time. Stillness soars to the mountain peaks and seeking its greatness to the heights and movement. Stop with the silent lake and seeking to the depths of the limits. Fish in the water is silent for the animals, so the earth is noisy, the bird, the air is singing, but the man inside of him is the silence of the sea for the noise of the earth, and this is the music of the air. There is a point where the mystery of all existing contradictions to meet whose moves and movements for the moment. The stillness is not stillness, and where the idea of the form within the without for the united for the infinite becomes infinite. I'm losing it, it's infinite. Maybe it's the point of time of the lost without the expression. This life is more than a sentiment, and I slept, and I dreamt that life was a joy. Woke and saw that life was a service and acted upon the beholding. For life was given to me, and it's the yearning for it, the beginning and the light, the death, for the immortality of the fame, but the living and the there is the merciful beauty. Modulate the isolation to a harmony with the whole. The child loud, shaking the rattle of death as it runs. Life's journey endless, where is it to go? Answer it is, it's everywhere within the place where has no end which to be reached. This is not your time. This is that butterfly that counts not to months, but the moments and has the time enough. For this is the wealth of the change, but the clock with its parity makes its move, merge and change no wealth. Let your lightly dance in the edges of time without the dew for the tip of the leaf.